Hi, all of you are back to Soccer Wolf, and this is the transfer news that is available today.
Gini Wijnaldum's Liverpool transfer saga took another strange twist in the Champions League. Jürgen Klopp handed Gini Wijnaldum the Liverpool captaincy on Wednesday night, 3 months before Wijnaldum's seemingly inevitable departure from Anfield. Was I the only one that found it strange that Gini Wijnaldum was handed the Liverpool captain's armband for last night's decisive Champions League tie? Wijnaldum, in case you have forgotten, is in the midst of a will he won't he transfer saga that isn't really a saga. At this point, it seems inevitable that he will leave Anfield at the end of the season and head off to Barcelona, Paris, or Turin on a free transfer. Liverpool still have a 3-year offer on the table to keep Wijnaldum long-term, according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano, with the midfielder said to be waiting until the summer until he makes a final decision. By then, all of Europe's top clubs should know the full cost of the pandemic, and they will be able to lay out their final financial offers as well as answer questions about their short-term projects, who the manager is going to be, where Wijnaldum's place will be in the pecking order, etc. Yet while Wijnaldum's final destination is not known, it seems like a foregone conclusion that it will be somewhere away from Liverpool. Liverpool's offer and circumstances are not going to change. They have settled on a cap for the 30-year-old midfielder and are not going to budge. Wijnaldum leaving is by no means preferable, but it will serve as a point of demarcation for the next incarnation of Liverpool's midfielder. That area of the pitch needs to get younger at some point, and while keeping Wijnaldum around for an extra year or two would be ideal, such as the nature of the team's salary structure and their long-term planning, that he no longer fits. He can't be handed a giant deal at 30 years old, and it behooves the club to start evolving into a new cycle. Regardless, Wijnaldum has applied himself usually this season. He has slotted into wherever the team has asked him to play. He has brought the same level of energy as always, and all the will and skill that defines his game, even as the team has disintegrated around him. He ranks third on the team in minutes played in all comps this season, behind only Andy Robertson and Salah. His impact is both hard to describe and clear to see with the eye. His impact on the whole Klopp-olution has been gigantic. Perhaps the captaincy was just a way of saying thanks. Still, it was a curious decision. Opting for Wijnaldum to lead the team out ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold or Mohamed Salah seems like both a nod to longevity from Jürgen Klopp and a way for the manager to keep his midfielder engaged for the rest of the season. We still need you. We still value you. To achieve anything this season, we need you fully engaged and playing at your maximum level. The manager could have easily pivoted to a different choice. He could have looked at a Hypia to Gerrard-type situation with Alexander-Arnold, giving the young future captain a chance to sample the armband a year or 2 or 3 before he assumes it full-time. Or he could have looked to Salah, the team's talisman, a player who will certainly be here next season and beyond, and someone who was reportedly unhappy at being snubbed for the captaincy in favor of Alexander-Arnold earlier in the season. Honestly, I was very disappointed, Salah said after Klopp handed the armband to Alexander-Arnold against FC Midtjylland earlier in the season. I was hoping to be the captain, but it's a coach's decision. I accept it. It is a curious decision. Then, when the team's most important player makes it clear that he wants the armband when it's available, that the manager would look the other way, rather than give it to Alexander-Arnold again. He gave it to Wijnaldum, pushing Salah further down the captaincy list. An old school, rah-rah sort of fan my point to Wijnaldum's lack of a contract and talk of things like a lack of commitment or loyalty or whatnot. But this is a progressive team with a progressive manager. Rather than get sucked into the saga, Klopp is trying to offset with his man management skills. In order to win a 7th European Cup, Liverpool will need a fully engaged, raring to go Wijnaldum. He has given the club that throughout his career, and he's given his all this season, even as things have fallen apart around him. As the end draws nearer, it would be human for Wijnaldum's eye to start to wander, to start thinking about his health, himself and his legs above the team. Klopp wants his sole focus on Liverpool until the summer. By handing him the armband, he sent a clear message: you may be off in June, but until then, and forever after, you're one of us.
Thank you all for your interest and follow-up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications from the latest video. And I'm the Soccer Wolf Transfer Channel.